One thing that's rarely done in MSF innovation projects is considering the market assessment for the potential of an innovation. This can sound very commercial for someone working within MSF, but actually all it means is saying, we have this idea and we think it has value, almost definitely within MSF because it's become a project. What's the potential for it to go beyond MSF? In some cases, the potential will maybe be zero. Maybe no one will want to buy this because it's so specific to MSF operations that it has basically no need beyond MSF. However, if there is potential outside of MSF, this can be really useful for us because this can allow us to leverage the expertise, the time, and the resources that we've put into a project already to potentially say, okay, well, this has potential for not just MSF, but for another organization or maybe a Ministry of Health, or in some cases, maybe even in the European market. On that basis, when we approach a collaborator or potential collaborator, we can say, look, we think this product is going to be valuable to you for these reasons. Conducting a good market assessment can be hard though. You're probably going to need to find some kind of expertise of someone who's done one before. And once they get started, they're probably going to have to interview a range of stakeholders and actors, not just within MSF, also outside, to understand how this product can potentially fit within the ecosystem of existing products. It's also not an exact science necessarily. There can be a lot of making assumptions, and so it's really important to question the outcomes of these market assessments. However, if there is a market assessment which seems to say this product could really have a wide impact beyond MSF's operations, you should be happy to then take it to a potential collaborator and say, look, we think this can be really potentially valuable to you and also something that you would potentially be able to make profit on. If that happens, MSF can then potentially say, well, if you think you can make profit off this in maybe the European market, we're going to try and implement a fixed pricing strategy in the countries of our operations. And there you have quite a potentially mutually beneficial arrangement where the manufacturer will be able to sell at one price to the European market for what they're willing to spend versus in the developing countries where MSF is working, MSF is able to get a price that is reasonable, and hopefully the other actors are too.